Hi, Jen Gilchrist here with another weekly Oracle card reading to help you have some guidance and navigate the week's energy ahead. And this is going to be for the week of December 9th through 15th. I'm working with the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Very beautiful cards. If you have this deck, they have very descriptive booklets, so you might want to check that out if you have it. I read very intuitively, so it might have a completely other meaning, or you might get a second meaning. I know a lot of people love her cards. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Also, quick reminder, I have a free call in just a couple of days. I believe I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I think it's the 11th of December. But either way, check the description to check out. It's called Spiritual Ascension Catalyst Retreats, Whales, Multidimensional Vortexes. This is going to be an invitation to explore the wisdom of Lemuria as well as sacred sites as I share with you about some new upcoming in-person transformational retreats and spiritual journeys that I have coming up in 2025 and beyond. I already have a few on the calendar that I'm excited to share about with some amazing bonuses as well. But whether you're sure or not, it's a very no pressure call just to talk about retreats, show you some the energy and the experiences that I've had with my spiritual growth, you going on retreats, and how you could be a part of it if you feel called to work with me in person. This is really the only way I work with people in person in a small private setting like this. So it's very exciting and spaces are limited. So check it out. Okay, first card, inner trust. Trust yourself, trust the ideas that are coming to you. It's interesting, I can always tell we've had big shifts and phases. We had such a lot of people were shedding so much over the last few months, right? The last quarter, if you will, through the eclipses. And really just, it's been an ongoing transformation, I think, for a lot of us. But the last few months, there's been a lot of shifting. And I can tell too, I've got all new Oracle decks I haven't used in like a while, maybe once in the last couple of years. Even though they're great decks, it's just like when the energy shifts a lot, sometimes new things come forward. And so this is what I'm feeling is like, trust yourself. It's time to come out of the closet. Some of you, it's coming out of the spiritual closet, right? If you feel like you're called to be of service, you know, when some people would coin woo, all right, coming out of the spiritual closet in a way that maybe people won't get around you. I know that that was like a big thing for me to work through, but also just trusting yourself, shining your light, sharing your unique expression, trusting the gifts that you have are valuable, trusting that you have exactly what you need right now to get started. Like there's a level of inner trust, and see, she's kind of like standing in the background. I just see the energy of, I don't want to say like actively hiding, but I think it's time to really unveil. It's like kind of like whip that off and just like, oh, here I am. Here I am, world. See me. Right. So there's a level of visibility. I think you've been probably working on clearing a lot of visibility around that, or maybe it's about continuing to clear that. Having trust. Last week, we talked about the different nuggets of, giving time to self-reflect, to actually tune into what it is you're desiring, focus on 1 to 3 things that you really want to build in the coming year as a priority to put your energy, time, and money towards. And personally, I always have spiritual growth and my own personal spiritual growth and alignment in the core things that I focus on. Because if we're not aligned in our lives and ourselves personally, then our relationships, our businesses, and everything else doesn't get to flourish in that way. So trusting yourself, trusting your ideas, trusting the process, trusting that you're good enough, trusting that you're ready. So, but again, I think for a lot of you, it's about shedding some of the visibility fears that you might still have, or that you've kind of been working on letting go of, so that you don't have to really worry about people's judgments or needing other people's approval. You just get to show up and be you, perfectly imperfect as you are. Okay. The next one, ooh, listening for truth. I love this. I think this came out last week as well. We are kind of in the winter season, hibernation, right? She's tuning into her intuition. She's tuning into her spiritual guidance. She's tuning into her heart. She's giving time to self-reflect. But really, in this case, we've been talking about self-reflection for sure is a huge key. But I kind of feel like the spiritual support is coming through your spirit guide, God, source, universe, whatever your spiritual, whatever aligns with your spiritual beliefs. But it's about opening up and listening. Right? We ask through setting our intentions, we ask through our prayers, right? Now we have to quiet the mind to receive the answers, right? And that's what's happening there. Ooh, follow your own rhythm. I love it because I don't look at the cards ahead of time, but it kind of reminds me of the visibility vibes I was getting off of there, like coming out of being not afraid to shine your light, basically. So follow your own rhythm. Yeah, look at the difference, right? She's coming out and she's just confidently, vulnerably, authentically showing up, right? Without asking for approval, unapologetically just being, but beautiful, graceful, right? It's about really just trusting who you are and dancing to the beat of your own drum. Just on a side note, I'm getting intuitively about like body movement, stretching, even dancing. Um, Trying something new could be a part of it too. But part of that is like getting in your body. Sometimes these visibility fears and traumas and things can be locked up in our nervous system or passed down through generations, even right. Even science is proving that. Even though we've known this for a long time in this in the spiritual community, I think. But it's about not allowing that to stop you and getting really embodied. Like her energy just feels very present and embodied and very just beautifully her, right? Just kind of a self-expression energy is kind of what I'm getting there. Feel called to pull one more. Which deck is this? The Crystal Astral Realms. Oh yeah, I haven't used this one in a while either. So it has like four, and one of them I can't actually even pronounce. Eudaimonia. I'll show you the card in a second. And then Malachite is the stone. Uranus is the astrological planet, and the number is 9. It kind of, they're very simple cards, but I don't know if you can see that, like whatever that, and I'm going to be Googling it after. I've never heard of it. Let's tune into what I'm feeling about this card, though. Well, intuitively, what I'm feeling here, like Malachite can be associated to heart chakra expansion. It could be associated. I was feeling success actually was the first, like abundance and success was kind of the first vibe that I was getting off of this is intuitively. It feels like, a couple of things coming through. This could symbolize the connection between your body and your spirit, right? Being aligned. It kind of reminds me of the number 11, that's that alignment between your body and your spirit. But also, I think even more so, you and your spiritual support, right? Like you're not alone in this. You've got spiritual support, like your ideas that you've been getting that's in your heart and soul that you've been called to do is going to bring abundance. And also it just looks like joy. It looks like happiness. It looks like success. It looks like fulfillment. It looks like alignment. Right. And so it's like trusting that process that what's aligned with your higher path and your higher soul's calling that's in your heart, which is going to come from the form of a passion or a desire, is going to lead you to like the signpost for your soul's purpose. So, and that's going to bring abundance, joy, health, wealth, right? In all areas of your life. That's part of it. So that's very exciting. And this card just like kind of popped up. I wasn't planning on it, but I was just go with what I'm guided. This is spirit quartz. Oh, look at that. I have this exact crystal right here. Pretty much. Spirit, it is spirit quartz, but it looks like that, right? Spirit quartz, and this is all about healing. Number 33, Chiron, ended healer, ended inner wounded healer, right? The inner child healing, which I was kind of seeing here as well. Remember the visibility fears, the trusting yourself, the having confidence and showing up as you are, being not afraid to be seen, unapologetically you, right? But you can still do it in a very graceful, authentic way, um, or loud and proud, whatever, whatever's your personality. But this is just like saying, do the inner healing work so that you can show up. You can be embodied and shine your light and share your gifts. Right. That's an important aspect. So beautiful. All right. Well, I hope to see you on the free call. If you can't make it live, check the description for the details on how to join us. You'll get the replay. It's going to be amazing. I'm just super excited to share with you how retreats can be so powerful and beneficial. And we're going to be speaking to, of course, and anchoring into the vibration of Lemuria, which is really tied to both Mount Shasta and swimming with the whales in the Maria, which is in the French Polynesian Islands. There's just 8 spots available for that retreat, as well as 25 spots at the max, maybe even less actually. Like I think at 20-ish spots for the Mount Shasta, which also has incredible energy and both tied to Lemuria. So it'll be a lot of fun to talk about that. I'll be sharing a bit about some of the virtues and things that I've gained from these places as I've traveled. And I just look forward to seeing you there. And we'll talk again soon. All right. Bye for now.